Alright, so I got a big stack of Diamond Select Nightmare for Christmas toys, and these things are just unbelievable. And normally I'd like to do all of these in one big video, but the video will be way too long, so I'll try to do 3 shorter videos, but they're probably still going to be pretty long because I love these things. We got Santa. We're going to check him out first. And then we got Jack, the Pumpkin King. I already got one from NECA, but you needed to build that fountain, so I went ahead and got that one. And then you got Lock, Stock, and Barrel, which I already got a few of these, or a couple of these. So I didn't need this one either, but I thought a part for the fountain came with it, so I picked it up. I don't see the part in here, but we're going to check that out. And so I'm going to try not to ramble too much on this intro, but there's definitely I want to cover about Nightmare Before Christmas, because Nightmare Before Christmas is an amazing movie. If you're a new collector out there and you have no clue what this thing is, definitely take an hour and a half out of your busy collecting day and check out this movie. And another reason why this is so dear to my passion for collecting, when I was a kid, I loved action figures. I loved it. But then as I got older, in the neighborhood kids, they'd be like, oh, he still plays with action figures, whatever. And it was just a weird time in my life. So when I was 12 years old, I basically got rid of all my action figures, started riding bikes and skateboards and dirt bikes and stuff that I thought that I was supposed to be doing, stuff that I actually still enjoy doing. So I got rid of all of my toys and I just, started playing outside, which is probably not a bad thing. But then I'd always frequent Toys R Us or wherever, and I'd look at the action figures and I'd be like, man, that'd be really nice to have that. So when I got older, say when I was 20 or something, and then I would still go to Toys R Us, check out the action figures and go, man, maybe someday, but I was bouncing around from apartment to apartment or living in this friend's house, and I was like, man, if I ever get my own house someday, I definitely want to start collecting toys. That would be really cool. And this is before people were really collecting toys. It wasn't a cool thing yet. So when I was 25, I got my own house, and I was like, okay, I'm going to buy an action figure. And then I got another one, and then 9,000 action figures later. But one of the toys that I would always look at, and I didn't have a house yet, was Nightmare Before Christmas. So I'd go to Toys R Us, I'd check out these old school ones, and I'd be like, God, I really want to get those, but where do I put them? Because I live here this month, I live there next month, and I don't know. Maybe someday I'll pick those things up. Well, when I got a house, I started picking stuff up. So that's why Nightmare Before Christmas to me is definitely something that triggered my passion for collecting, and these toys are just amazing. So we're going to check out that Santa first, and then we'll check out the other ones, and then of course I'm going to show you the collection because it's something I'm really proud of. Okay, so here's this Diamond Select Santa standing right at 7 inches tall. He also comes with this elf. And there's the thing with these Diamond Select. First off, I can't remember who made these original ones, but they made these original ones. I had to spend a shitload of money to get them on eBay. I spent like 600 bucks on getting the whole entire set. The NECA went ahead and redid the majority of them. I don't think that they ever redid Santa. So Santa is probably the only one that's actually worth a lot of money right now. The rest of them, I would just buy the NECA remakes because they're probably slightly better plastic than the originals, or who knows, maybe not. So the Santa comes with this little base here because you're supposed to build that fountain. I thought that if I actually bought all 3 figures to the set, I could build that fountain. I don't think that's the case, but we'll figure that out as these videos go along because I'll do these other ones right after this one. Here's the Santa. Let's get a closer look at him. Okay, first off, we're going to check out this old one, which I know this toy probably doesn't appeal to many of you guys out there because, there's really nothing great about it. There's zero articulation. He basically does nothing. He looks like a piggy bank. He's got this slit in the pouch on his back, and inside, he actually comes with a bunch of little, there's actually more in there if I can get him out. So if you open them up, you got stuff like this inside. None of it's painted or anything. It comes with a candy cane, a Christmas tree, candy, a train. None of it's painted. I mean, it's kind of whatever. It's really not that big of a deal. But at least he comes with something. I guess that's his accessories. Here he is. Now let's get to this Santa, the Diamond Select one. First off, he comes with this list of names of who he's going to give presents to. Thought that's pretty cool. His hands really don't hold it. You can kind of like lean it in his hand. Would have been nice if they would have had a hand that grabbed it, but normally whenever they redo figures, I'm like, crap, man, I already got that figure. I'd rather you make a new figure instead of giving me a figure that I already have. But Santa is like, this thing definitely needed an update, and I was hoping that NECA would have did one. They never did one. Now I'm really glad that Diamond Select has the license and they went ahead and did it. So his hat comes right off. He actually has like a little groove in his hat that fits over his hair. That kind of like locks it on. The articulation on this, most of you guys aren't going to be very happy with it because his head doesn't move. He's basically 6 points of articulation. His arm, his shoulders are on a ball and socket there, and his wrist turn, and then his like his little dress or jacket, whatever you want to call it, does come off. Hold on, it doesn't come off easy. Hold on, I'm gonna have to do this. Just give me a second. Alright, well, I just completely failed on that. This thing clips on the sides, and once you clip it on, man, I cannot get this thing off. So, I don't know, it like, got these little plugs under it here. Like, I pulled on it so hard to where these things started to turn white, and I just saw that they were going to break off. Maybe it's like a click-on, one-time thing or something. This thing is definitely not coming off. If I do, I know I'm going to break the toy. So either way, he does come with his little underwears here, whatever, and his feet, not that they even touch the ground once his dress is on, they do turn here. So there's a Santa. I think he looks great. I can see a lot of you guys hating on this toy because there's pretty much no articulation, but I absolutely love it. Like, it's just such a great addition to my Nightmare for Christmas set. Like, I'm just really happy with it. And then this elf that he comes with, I thought that this was just a redo of one of the NECA ones, but it's not. This is definitely one that's brand new. His arms turn, his shoulders turn here, his hands turn, I don't even think his head turns. Oh, okay. His head does turn. It was stuck for a second there. It looks like there's a joint at the hat. If it is, it's stuck. But his head turns, his waist turns, his feet turn, his hands turn. So he actually has more articulation than Santa. He's cool. And then he comes with this base. I was hoping that he came with all of these, but apparently I got to go back and buy like the Santa Jack to get another piece of this to build the fountain. I'm not going to show you the collection yet. I'm going to wait till I do the last one. So that's basically the video. Thanks for watching.